Okay, so today we're talking all about finding your authentic voice through giving up alcohol. So what I'm going to talk about is I'm just going to share my story of why I chose to stop drinking this year back in March. And then I'll share with you some benefits of not drinking, what I experienced, what some of my other clients have experienced, tips, tools, and resources. I'll also have Q&A, so if you have questions, make sure to pop them in the comment box and I will read through those and answer them. And if you're watching this after the fact, I'll make sure to come back and get all of your questions answered. And then I have a little fun gift for you as well. So I want to make sure to get all your questions answered because this is a really, really big topic. So let's just jump into my story. So I know that I've grown up drinking alcohol pretty much since I was a teenager. And it was just a normal kind of thing. Parties on the weekends with alcohol. It was kind of socially acceptable. It wasn't like doing drugs or anything like that. It was just like a normal teenage thing. Except for me is I took it to like the extreme. So whenever I do anything, I do it like all out. And so I would drink too much. I would drink too much to blackout. I even, when I was younger, got a DUI. That's not a super proud moment at all. But alcohol has kind of always been a thing for me. And when I think about how I've used alcohol in the past is when I was younger, when I was like a teenager and in my 20s, alcohol would give me the confidence that I didn't have yet. Alcohol would allow me to let go of all of my limiting beliefs. It would allow me to let go of any responsibilities and I could just be like free and dance. Alcohol would allow me to numb my feelings, and so I didn't really have to think about how I was feeling, because if I had a negative or bad feeling, whether that be stressed or sad or whatever, like I could just use alcohol and then it would go away. So I've gone through times because of competing in bodybuilding shows and stuff where I haven't drank for long periods of time. And so last year, well, let's go back to November of 2018. I was still living in Oregon. We were getting ready to move in December to Colorado. I was operating my coaching business and I was still operating my meal prep company, Authentic Meals, before I sold it. My business partner that we started that business with, she had left. So I was doing everything all on my own and my coaching business. And so I got into the routine of drinking vodka at nighttime. And I wasn't drinking to excess, like I wasn't blacking out or anything like that. But so I would work during the day at Authentic Meals, then I still have my coaching business. And so instead of going home, because we were staying with my parents, I would like go to the bar, have a vodka, get my computer out. This is super not healthy. And I'm coaching on health, right? At the same time, I would still be eating good food and working out, but I would just be adding a couple vodkas in at nighttime. And so I did that, and then I ended up selling my business, and so I just had my coaching and speaking business, my nutrition business, and we moved here to Colorado. And once we moved to Colorado, I found that it was just, again, like a normal routine to have vodka. And so what really changed for me was I was trying to hit all these new goals with my business, new goals with my life, and I was to be on TV. This was in March, and we were coming back from Vegas where I did drink. Not like super a lot, but I did drink, and our plane was delayed, and the next day I needed to be on TV. So I woke up, like I was so inflamed from stress, from not sleeping, from drinking, that like none of my clothes would even fit. And I had to be on TV. This was the first TV appearance that I was doing here in Colorado. So I went to that TV appearance and I portrayed like I was confident, but inside I was so not confident. And alcohol played a big part in that. 3 days later, I weighed myself and I lost 10 pounds. I had so much inflammation and retention. Like that was just like the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like alcohol is not serving me. It's not serving me. It's not doing anything for me at all. And at that point, I think from August to March, I gained about like 20 pounds. So I was in a really uncomfortable spot with my body, and alcohol played a really big role in that too. And so I decided to just not drink. So I haven't drank good time. Like everybody's allowed to have a different version of that. So you don't have to drink, even though socially people will give you pressure to do that. So the benefits that I've seen personally, one, reduction in water retention and fat loss. Like I wasn't able to lose any weight until I stopped drinking. That was really, really huge for me because I wanted to feel confident in my body. And by not drinking, losing the weight, I felt more confident in my body, but not because I lost the weight. I felt more confident in my body because I was so much more fully present with myself and who I was. I was able to actually dig in and learn more about me and become aligned with my highest self in a way that I never had done before. So give me like a little thumbs up or a smiley emoji in the comment box if you want to like really know yourself. If you want to feel that super confidence because you know exactly who you are, giving up drinking is one of the ways that you can do that. The other physical things that happened were my skin really cleared up. So I was having a lot of like adult acne, that really cleared up as well. Glowing skin, energy. I would like, wouldn't you love to just be in the morning, no alarm? Like I just wake up between 6 and 7 every day and I just like jump out of bed and I'm ready for the day. Okay, it's not like every 100%, but most days I am fucking ready to go because I'm not tired, because I'm not hungover, because I'm not, even if I didn't drink too much and like the night before, then like I would still feel lethargic the next day. So let me know if you can relate to that for sure. The other thing is like my brain just worked fucking better. And it worked better because I wasn't giving it a depressant. So we think like alcohol gives us this boost of confidence and energy, but it's actually a depressant. So it lowers our vibration. And so if you're into all things like manifesting and abundance and spiritual, alcohol lowers your fucking vibration to the point that like it's really hard to manifest and like go for your dreams. Because you're not able to put that good vibrational energy out there. So that deepest like connection with myself was the absolute biggest win for me. And so when I think back or I think to not drinking, I think like that's the win. I wanted to know myself more. And I know who I am. Like I know what I stand for. I know who I am. I am super confident. And that's been the biggest win. The other things like, okay, the no hangover thing is really awesome. Super productive. I have so much more creative capacity to create things. I'm fully present. And you know what? We save a shit ton of money because alcohol is fucking expensive, especially if you're not drinking at home and you're going to a bar. Like the other thing, like I can think back so many times that I felt because I drank too much, I couldn't remember what happened the day before. And then I would just feel so bad about myself. And I would just beat myself up over and over and over again. Do you know how many times that happened? Like, I can't even count them on my hands. It's kind of fucking embarrassing to say. Like, I wasn't in control of myself. I couldn't not do that. And like I said, the only way to change your drinking habits is to change your drinking habits, which means not drinking. Okay, so that's just my story, some of the benefits. Like you can see these same benefits too, and I'm not saying that it's super easy. So some of my tips are, the first one, I have a handful of them. I have them all written down because I want to make sure and share them all with you. The first one is like figure out your why and communicate the fuck out of it to everybody around you. And why I say that is because you're going to get pressure to drink and you need to, like in advance, tell people what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's important. Like I had to tell Joel, I had to tell my husband, like I had to tell him, I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking right now. I don't want to do that. This is why it's important to me. And then like friends too, like I'm not drinking. And so when we go out, I'll order a drink. It's going to be club soda with a slice of orange. Yeah, the little orange twist makes it super delicious. And I drink flat water all the time. So having that sparkly, bubbly club soda is really nice. So my first tip is figure out your why for yourself and then just communicate it to everybody. Communicate it to yourself. Write that shit down. So when shit gets really fucking hard, because it's gonna get hard, and if you've used alcohol as a stress reliever or a way to numb, make sure and share them all with you. The first one is like figure out your why and communicate the fuck out of it to everybody around you. And why I say that is because you're gonna get pressure to drink, and you need to, like, in advance, tell people what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's important. Like I had to tell Joel, I had to tell my husband, like I had to tell him, I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking right now. I don't want to do that. This is why it's important to me. And then like friends too, like I'm not drinking. And so when we go out, I'll order a drink. It's going to be club soda with a slice of orange. Yeah, the little orange twist makes it super delicious. And I drink flat water all the time. So having that sparkly, bubbly club soda is really nice. So my first tip is figure out your why for yourself, and then just communicate it to everybody, communicate it to yourself, write that shit down. So when shit gets really fucking hard, because it's gonna get hard, and if you've used alcohol as a stress reliever or a way to numb or avoid, then you need to go back to that why. You need to go back to that why and remind yourself of that and try to find something to replace it. And there's like different sides of the fence to this. I know that this works, but find something else to replace it. So like, here's the thing. If you go out to dinner and you normally have a couple of drinks, and say you're trying to be healthy, you're trying to lose weight, guess what you could do instead? You could order fucking dessert. Yeah, you can have a dessert now because you're not wasting those empty calories on alcohol. Wouldn't that be fun? And the other thing, so when we talk about like calories with alcohol, when you think about that, like protein and carbohydrates give us 4 calories per gram. Fat gives us 9 calories per gram. But protein, carbs, and fat also give us nutritional value that our body needs. Alcohol, on the other hand, is 7 calories per gram. It gives you 0 nutritional value, and it's actually a toxin to your body that goes into your body, and it has to be processed out by your liver. Now, your liver is also your fat-burning organ, and so you're just totally fucking that up. And like detoxifying your liver, especially if you're having any hormonal issues or any issues with digestion, like detoxifying your liver is something that you need to do, and you can't do it if you're drinking alcohol. That's just a little side note, like my holistic nutrition side note there. So going back to my tips, communicate your why, communicate the fuck out of it, figure it out. Write that shit down so you can go back to it and find something to replace it with. So maybe if at nighttime you're used to using alcohol as a stress reliever, maybe you can start doing a meditation. Maybe you can start doing a journaling. Maybe you can have like sex with your partner more often. Whatever it is, like find a replacement. The next thing is knowing that FOMO is going to be real and it's going to be strong at first. So fear of missing out. So missing out on all the so-called fun that everybody is having when they're drinking and you're not drinking. So here's the deal with that. Just think about this. You don't have to have a hangover. You can get up and you can be super productive for the day and be high vibe and totally aligned with yourself and focus on what matters to you. And you don't have to worry about feeling like shit the next day. Just remember that. But it's going to be real and it's going to be strong and you're going to have to work through that. The next thing, and I've already talked about this, but say no to moderation. If you're going to try this, and a lot of people like will do like a dry January or whatever, like get a partner, say no to moderation. Like moderation isn't going to work. You're not going to experience the full benefits of giving up alcohol. The next thing is you need to really be honest with yourself. So I have a few questions after I'm done with the tips that I'm gonna have you ask yourself. So get out a pen and a piece of paper, and so you can actually like think about this for yourself. So you need to really be honest. I honestly shared that I used to drink too much to where I would black out, and it's embarrassing. Yeah, that's really honest. And then I honestly shared that I was using it to try to relieve stress because I was stressed and I was trying to numb and I was trying to avoid. I didn't want to feel my feelings. And that's my next tip. During the no drinking phase, really feel your feelings. It's not always easy to feel your feelings. Most people use alcohol to avoid their feelings. But when you can actually feel the feelings, the good ones and the bad ones, and not be numbing every day and like having everything just fine and everything be vanilla, and you can feel the bad feelings, well, when the good feelings come, you can actually experience them and they'll be so much more magical and so much better. Believe me, fucking works. And find your crew. So maybe the old Drinking Betty crew is not the crew that you need during this time. And I'm not saying like that you have to never drink. That might be something that you do. And I'm saying that I'm not ever going to drink again. I might, but I'm so much more self-aware and confident that I'm not going to use it. I don't need alcohol to relieve stress, to numb my feelings, to numb who I am, to think that alcohol is going to make me better in some way, because it doesn't. Like, I don't need it to boost my confidence. And so if I chose to drink alcohol, it'd only be like a celebratory type thing where I didn't feel pressured to do it. And for some reason I really wanted to, and that would be on me. So those are my tips. The other couple tips are, like, if you're often going out with the girls or getting together with couples and you're drinking, switch the late nights to brunches, switch the late nights to activities, switch it and do different things. Try different things and try different beverages too. So kombucha, maybe you haven't tried that. Like I just told you about, like my coffee drink, have some coffee. So let's get into my questions that I want you to ask yourself. And if for some reason you don't have a pen and paper right now, I will post the questions in the comment box after we're done. So what would you do with life if you were never hungover? What if you never had a hangover again? What would that be like? What could you bring into your life? Right now in your life, and everybody's answer is different. There's no right or wrong answer for these. How are you using alcohol? Like, why are you choosing it? What are you trying to avoid or numb? So those are just kind of the questions that I want you to think about, because oftentimes alcohol it's just like brushing our teeth. It becomes part of our routine. And so we don't think about it. We're not thinking about why we're choosing alcohol. So think about that. And then the first answer you give, dig in deeper. Like, I'm choosing alcohol because I'm feeling stressed. Okay, next level. What are you feeling stressed about? What are you avoiding? What feelings are you avoiding? What is that thing? And then the next level is like, okay, what does that feel like if you didn't avoid it? Do you see what I mean? You really got to dig in there. So what would your life be like if you were hungover? Why are you choosing alcohol right now? What are you numbing? What feelings are you avoiding? Those are the key questions. And the thing here with, if you make the choice to not drink, this choice is for you and you only. Not because your friend's doing it, not because your husband wants you to do it. It's for you. So your integrity is what matters most here. And the trust and the commitment to yourself is what matters most. And I'm happy to have an open conversation with anybody. If any of you have more questions about this, we can hop on a call and we can chat about it. So I want you to answer those questions for yourself. And then if you would like some mocktail recipes, I wrote up just a few of my favorite mocktail recipes, which means fun cocktails that just don't have alcohol in them. Just send me a message and send me your email and I will email them to you. And, I think that's it. I think I got everything all in. Last thing is you're probably going to have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because again, if alcohol has been a routine, any type of routine that you have or habit, and you try to break it, it's going to be uncomfortable. But in that uncomfortableness is really where the magic happens and when you can get so much clarity. So now I'm going to open up for questions and answers. And I'm just so grateful and thank you for joining this video. Over these next 6 days, I just thought it was so important. We have all this garbage coming at us about this is the best diet and this is the best exercise and you should buy this planner and save money like this and donate here and all this shit. And it's just it's too much. So I just want to give you real world, my stories. Hopefully you can, relate with that. And then you can pick something that matters to you and you can focus on that and make that your goal for the new year. And I've tried so many things that I have so many tips and resources. I just want to be a resource for you to go into this next, not even year, but decade. Okay, nobody's asking questions. We gotta have at least one question. What the heck? Okay, if you want those mocktails, then shoot me your email. I will get those to you. And yeah, I think that's it. So many benefits to not drinking. So many. And the number one is seriously like connecting at such a deep level with yourself and really understanding who you are. And when you do that, like you're so much more confident. Like this isn't just about not drinking alcohol. This is about showing up as the woman that you're meant to be each and every fucking day because you know who you are and you are confident in that. And alcohol just numbs that and steals that from you. So that's it. Okay, tomorrow, I don't remember what I'm talking about tomorrow. I don't know, I think I'm talking about actually how to pick the best diet for yourself because there's not like one diet that's perfect for everybody. So sending you all tons and tons of light and love, and I will be back tomorrow. And if for some reason you cannot join right at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for all of these live, which I want to see you because there'll be questions and answers, period, but then you can rewatch it because now you're in our Facebook group and you can come back and you can rewatch all the videos, and I will be scouring all the comments for all your questions and make sure that we get those answered, and so everybody feels super supported. Okay, till next time, eat some real food, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and bye. Thanks for joining me.